Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we are going to be doing Aquarius's makeup, which today and tomorrow are the only two we have left, and then we're done with this series and I can take a break from doing makeup tutorials for a minute. So let's get started. First, we're going to go into the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour full wear concealer in the shade Ivory. I don't know why I should do the shade. So this is pretty much almost gone, which is great news. I don't know if we'll be able to use it up tomorrow, but we'll definitely be able to use it up soon. Now I'm going into the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I don't use the small concealer brush anymore because I use that for something else now. And my eye like hurts up here. I don't know why. Really quickly, I'm gonna shine the flashlight on my eye because it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. Sorry, see something. Alrighty, that was weird. Yeah. I was just seeing if I blending it out right. For some reason, even at 100%, that light is not working. And usually I have the door open too, but it's been raining on and off all day here. I just told my fiance that I need him to look at my eye when he gets home because it hurts really bad. Like I can't even blink without it hurting so bad. But anyways, we're gonna blend it all out. where my eye hurts right now. But anyways, another thing is my fiance has heard some complaints from his brother about his dad. What's going on with that? Oh, I'm sorry, my eye really hurts. What's going on with that is his dad, my fiance's dad, has been saying some not pleasant things about me. Saying how he would have rather Tyler listened to him and get with who his dad wanted him to get with. Pretty much saying that pretty much Tyler's not allowed to make his own decisions. So, of course, his brother called him out on it. He's like, he's an adult. He's allowed to make his own decision. No, he's not. He's like, apparently he can't make his own decision because he picked the wrong girl for him 4 different times. I would be the 4th. So, of course, his brother told me too. I texted his brother back, was like, he's always had his opinion about me ever since me and Tyler started dating. I'm like, I've just gotten used to it. So, I'm trying not to let it stress me out. But then I get a text today saying that his dad told him to break up with me. But yeah, so that's my life right now. My fiance being told what to do and saying that he cannot make his own decisions, which is not true. Because what's funny is the girls that his dad's picking him for are either alcoholics, which I've gotten Tyler away from that, or drug addicts. Alright, I'm gonna ignore that one, and he is tooting me alone because he just told me varies how he feels if he can, worry about my eye hurting. So now I'm gonna go down to my dad when I'm done with this. I want to take off my makeup and have my dad look at it. And tell him, oh, now you don't have to because my dad looked at it. into my Real Technique setting brush and going into the Maybelline Fit Me powder. Which, these nails are driving me crazy. Let me tell you. Ow! And what I'll tell him is next time that his tooth is hurting him, I don't want to hear it. My fiance is like, oh, the reason I said that is because I feel like I'm getting a cold. I'm like, okay, let's worry about that, not the his. This will heal. I mean, he will heal from that, but it'll take him like 3 weeks. Last time he was sick in February, it took him like 3 or 4 weeks. Thank God that he wasn't out ready to work yet. Like, it wasn't time for work yet. I'm just. Alright. So, I'm like, yeah, when he gets home, we're gonna worry about that, not me. You know, that's a little more important. I mean, yes, you know, you never know what I did to my eye. I feel like him. Oh, and he knows what happens if I find out he does have a cold. It's just say it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be you get your ass in bed and you get your ass to sleep. Or, oh girl, you get a bath, go get a bath, and then you get to bed. I just hope he doesn't, because the thing is, if he does, I get sick easy. I always have. So it's gonna be that thing of even me just taking care of him, I'm gonna get sick. Like, there was one year my dad had COVID, and I was taking care of him because I was the only one in the house. And like a couple days later, I ended up not feeling good, and I tested positive. So it's like that thing of, oh, he thinks I'm making a big deal. Oh my god. I mean, what do you expect when you know you have to go up and work in the rain? Oh, it's warm out. What do you expect? Right. So, today's gonna be another easy eyeshadow look. So, pretty much, we're going to use just white and blue. So we're gonna, after I throw it, we're gonna go into the CoverGirl's Eye Enhancer Shadow and Snow Blossom. And this is where we're just gonna put it like top to bottom. Hey. I didn't do it. So this is gonna be one of those days that I'm swiping instead of tapping. And we're just gonna swipe, all over. And I'm kind of weird right now. I'm just happy that I've been able to use up 4 products. I don't know how many more I'll be able to use up before this series is over. But this just shows me, if doing this series just shows me that I should do more series on my channel. And not just random makeup tutorials. Because who knows? You know, I could do But anyways, back to what I was talking about. Like, it just shows me that I should be doing more series on my channels. Because then all this makeup that I have right now is going to be so much more easier to use up. Because I'm doing series. So I'm using it every day, every other day, every few days, whatever the case may be. And so because I'm using it every day, every other day, whatever, I'm able to use more products up. So I'm probably going to do one more series after this. I am not 100% too sure. And if I do another series on my channel before going back to just doing regular tutorials and just doing it every other day, then I'll start on Monday. Gives me a few days of break. Or no, I'll start Saturday. It gives me Friday, because I work Friday. It gives me Friday, and then after work Saturday, I'll start another series if I am. So I will put it on top, the white on top of the blue when I'm done. But for now, We're gonna go into the LA Colors Tease palette. Open this baby up, and we're gonna use the blue shade in it. So I'm gonna use this fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna go into that blue. I don't have any purple eyeshadows, so wish I still had purple eyeshadow. I used to have purple eyeshadow, but alright, so we're just pretty much going underneath the brow bone, going all over the lid, all over that crease. And we will be blending this just to make it less bold. So we're going to blend it a little at a time. So now we're going into the e.l.f. blending eye brush. And this is where we're going to start to blend. This is the one thing that drives me crazy. Because I can use concealer up, I can use primer up. But for some reason, I'm not able to use one single eyeshadow palette up right now. So now we're going to go into this fluffy lid brush. I'm going to go into blue as well on this one as well. Like, I got close to using the yellow shade up, and this one, that was it. So now we're going to take our makeup wipey. And we're going to clean up. I had dirt on my face, like right in here. I didn't know. So now we're going back into the fluffy crease brush, and we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I wish this was like, I wish I could find a way. I'm gonna look into this and look into the settings and see if there's like a way I can like speed it up so that my videos don't get so long. Because to be able to do like an editing program, I've looked them up. They're not free. You have to pay for them. And I just don't have the money to be paying for what is it called? editing programs right now. Maybe in the future I will be able to get those editing programs to help be able to go through and edit. But for now, this is what we're working with. Maybe after the wedding and I start like growing better. I just hope I just really hope that what am I trying to say? Oh my gosh. I just really hope that I can figure this out so I don't have to use editing programs and I can just, you know, speed up my video and do it while filming. Alright. So now, I'm gonna go back into the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer Shadow. And we're just going to do it in the natural, nah, just the lid. Do just the lid. So, oh my gosh. So, another thing. Really quickly, we're going to go into the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. Anyways, really quickly, oh my gosh. I can't wait for my fiance to get his license. Because it's like, then he can leave the job that he's at. Because, okay, he only works 6 months out of the year. From March to anywhere from November to December, depending. Well, 6 months would be actually be September, but depending how many rain days he has in between that, he has to make it up. Before winter hits. And I mean last year, he didn't get off until about a week before we left for Texas for his mom's. So it's like, this is why I'm glad that, you know, we're staying where we live for Christmas this year, because then, you know, we don't have to worry about that. But anyways, because if he can get his license soon, his dad, which honestly is going to be a conflict right now, he can go where his dad's at, which right now is going to be a conflict because then his dad's going to be, you know, because he's going to be on the route with his dad, so his dad's going to say shit. And I know what's going to happen if his dad does. How? It's going to be that thing of, he's going to get mad and then like have me or someone who has their license in this house that's home go get him, and he's just gonna clock out early. So that's how it's gonna go. So now we're gonna go into a little bit of the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. And we're using the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator to blend this out. Nice thing about it not being so warm today, so it makes it nice for a makeup tutorial. Blend in circles as well. Just trying to make sure it's really blended today. Because yesterday it wasn't, and it started like causing my foundation to fill up after a few minutes. Like after I had stopped the tutorial, I don't know if it's on the video, but I started noticing my foundation filling up because it wasn't blended properly. The product itself doesn't do that unless it's not blended properly. So it's done it to me a couple times. Yesterday was the second time that it's done it to me. A time before that when I didn't blend it all the way, and it caused my, like, everything on top to pill up, and it was like pilling up. And I had to I had to take it off right away. It was one of the times that I was trying to wear it for as long as I could, and I had to take it off right away, because if not, it's gonna keep doing that. It would just look horrible. Good thing it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night when I ended the tutorial, because then I would have went out like that and people would have noticed and wouldn't say such shit. Like, not trying to be rude or anything, they would say, hey, you might want to, go fix this, your makeup's filling up. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go in circles and all that, because this could have also been the cause. Could have been a couple of things. But we're going into the Neutrogena prep. Well, actually it was that, because I know for a fact, because I've done it before, and so has this. So it could have been a mixture of both. Anyways, the Neutrogena Prep and Correct Redness Correcting Primer. So, I'm going to squeeze, take the brush, and I am going to go like this. Then I'm going to go in circular motions to make sure it's all blended. And that actually helped hide the redness better. So, same thing over here. And I'm starting to get redness on my chin again. Spread it out. I'll show you what I do with the brush, because I don't know if you've seen over here. So I'll show you what I do with the brush when I get to my chin. My nose, I don't really have to use circular motion. And this just, for one, keeps my fingers clean. Doing it this way keeps my fingers clean. For two, keeps my nails clean now that I have acrylics on. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to squeeze a little bit onto my chin. I'm going to put it into my tackle box. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to hold it by the scoop part to spread it out. Once it's spread out all even, I'll go up towards this part. I do the circular motions that way, so I get a more even application. Now before this face primer goes back, now we're going to do a little bit of the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter in the shade One Fair. So what I'm going to do is on my cheeks, on my chin, right here, on the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead where I put highlighter, I'm going to put dots. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques soft accent brush to blend this out. And I will blend it on the sides of my nose and down here. Everywhere else that I don't put highlighter, like where I put blush and all that, and bronzer if slash contour, if I could do that today, this is where it would be. This is where I'm gonna do lines. And I did forget to do eyeliner again. So I am going to backtrack really quick after this. Try to get this all blended. Alright, so now really quickly we're going to backtrack and go into the gel eyeliner. And I did not put this in the microwave yet. Because like once it's warmed up, which is what I'm doing, warming it up, it works just fine. So I don't see the problem. Except for the fact that it's now causing it to get thick. And I don't like this thick of an eyeliner the way it is, but it works. It just looks unnatural. That's what my makeup is for. To make it look more natural. Oh my gosh. So, I seen this TikTok one day. This girl, it's like a Harry Potter thing. And this girl's like, let me handle it, and was like roasting Harry. And I'm like, oh my god. It was so good. It was so good though. There was that one, and then there was one from the library scene. I don't know if you guys watch Harry Potter, but my dad does. So she's like, so pretty much, I want to explain the library scene. The library scene is where, I don't know if it was Ron or what, who made Hermione upset, but literally she's talking about how she had to make other arrangements and stuff, and there's like this new girl that's trying to smuggle a love potion to Harry because he's the chosen one, and they get into a talk about it, and at the end, Hermione hits Harry in the head and like the forehead here, uh, with a newspaper or something. I think it was a newspaper. And he goes, "Sorry, just kidding." Okay, it was funny. And so there was a girl that redid that one. There was a girl that was kind of roasting Harry Potter. Oh yeah, there was a lot of them. I can't. It's like she's a Slytherin, so Slytherin hates Gryffindor. Pretty much like Slytherin and Gryffindor hate each other. But what's super funny, or not like super funny, but what's really funny is like in real life they all like each other, but then in the movies they hate each other, and I'm like, so I seen an interview to where they were like, or like not an interview, but like behind the scenes stuff, and they were all playing together, like people who's from Gryffindor and people who's from Slytherin. I'm just glad that, towards the end of the series, the, the Dursleys moved. They were so mean to Harry. I didn't like it. And then the prison. Oh my god. The other thing I loved was the prison of Azkaban. Is Harry's godfather. So here's Black. Harry's godfather. Because he went to Hogwarts with James and Lily. Harry James Potter. That was Harry Potter's full name. Harry James. Why the fuck is it not working now? My eyelash always gets in the way. And I don't know if I told you guys this in the beginning, but Aquarius is an air sign, so we're now at our last air sign. Did I hit a note? That's all that matters. It is! Like every movie, he almost dies somehow. Like, dude. Shut up, boy. It was so funny. But it was so funny. I told him. But it was so funny. Alright. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to where we were. And go back to the sealer. Sorry. I kept ditching my face forgetting that I had this stuff on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Wet n Wild concealer and light honey. Trying to get as much as I can. And this is where we're going to put what we're going to put in our T-zone. So right on the pores and right here. And then we'll use a different concealer on the rest of the face. So around my nose. Here. I might have to just call it quits on this one after today and use the e.l.f. one from now on. Because it's like harder and harder to get stuff out on this Wet n Wild one. using a brush and not putting it on straight. I'm just gonna have to use the e.l.f. It's not enough. So we did use something up before the end of the series. And also before the end of the series. So now we're gonna go into the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. And this one, we're going to go over everywhere we put the Wet n Wild. And the reason I'm using a brush before the sponge and not just putting it straight on is, for one, the doe foot applicator is huge. So it would just be more than I need. So I only want just a little bit of concealer. I'm going all over my face, yes. And it's better to just pretty much use this to kind of mattify, quote unquote, mattify my face. It's hydrating, so it's not really gonna mattify it like what you would expect. It to do, but it's still going to take that shine from the e.l.f. Halo Glow down. And I will be blending it out with a sponge too, so it doesn't look like just lines all over my face. almost done with the concealer, I promise. Well, until we have to put it on our eyes. But as far as face-wise, we're almost done. Now we can move into cream blush, cream highlighter. Alright, so now I'm gonna do the sponge. Which is just going to blend it all. Like, brushes are nice. Until they aren't. Alright. So now we're going into cream blush and cream highlighter. So the cream blush we're going into is the Maybelline Cheek Heat. I'm gonna do some squeeze it onto my cheeks. Ugh. Right now I'm gonna put it in my little part that's it's not supposed to go into just for now. Lime. So I have a little more room with the blush today. I feel like I should just throw the sponge away when the time comes to wash my brushes. I should just throw this away when the time comes. same or a different one. It's the one I want. Now we're going into our Real Techniques sponge. Like I said, we had a lot more room with this today. So now we're going into the NYX Away We Glow. With this, with the powder and stuff, and the concealer's not there anymore. So now we're gonna use the Real Techniques sponge. Kind of going over the blush as well. Trying to figure out how to get all this like around the cap. Like this part up here. I don't think we can. And the shade I'm using is State of Flux / Transformation. We're not going to use setting spray right now. So, or might as well. Which is the e.l.f. Stay on Night. I have another setting spray, so when this one's gone, I have another one. So now, while we're letting that dry down, we're gonna go into the Ulma Beauty Flawless RL Skin Perfecting Foundation. It's infused with green coffee extract. It's probably what makes it smell. And it's in the shade Fair Lady T6. So, this is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry for that since I can't really speed anything up. And we're gonna use the e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush to blend that out. Really not. wish like there was like a way I could find what's infused in this and then like smell it and see if that's what the smell is. It's like I keep saying it's not a pleasant smell. And I'm also sensitive to fragrance, like my skin's sensitive to fragrance products. Besides the L'Oreal Infallible stuff like works well with my skin and it doesn't irritate my skin. So it's like new. So I actually love that brush. So now we're gonna add humor pumps to finish off the face. This should help finish off the face. If not, I'll find a way. So now we're going to flip it over and use the other side to do the nose. Which it looks like I'm going to need a little bit more. I'm just going to squirt it onto the back of my hand, not even worry about cleaning it off right now. I don't know, but to me, this foundation smells like the movie theater popcorn butter. It's so weird. I know, but that's what it smells like to me, and I'm like, I wish I could figure out why. Alright, now we're gonna use the e.l.f. or not the e.l.f., the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Blend this out. So pretty much what I'm doing, is blending it to where it doesn't look so wet on my skin. So it was looking wet on my skin. It was nasty looking. Right, now I'm gonna get one last makeup wipe for today and clean off my hands to make sure my hand is really clean. Alright. Alright, ear, itches, eye. Huh. Alright, so now we're going to go into the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and the shade Fair Warm. Oh. So now, while we're letting that marinate and all that, we're going to take this big powder brush and go into the Maybelline powder. Which I'm so glad that we had to use another product of. I do wish it was an eyeshadow palette and not another concealer, but it is what it is. And eventually we will get through the eyeshadow palettes. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I'll go there and reset it with the setting brush anyways. Once my concealer is blended out. Anyways, so now we're going into the Real Techniques setting brush. Now we're going to really get powder on there, sorry. We're going to set the under eyes first. I don't know why, but I feel like after this series, just washing the brushes that I used during this series, but I'm like, no, I shouldn't. And I'm not going to. I am hungry. Probably gonna say like still on Columbus or something. That doesn't answer my question! Oh, I hate when he does that, when he doesn't freaking answer my question right. And he says something completely off the wall that's not even what I asked. I'm being serious. Next time he does it, I'm gonna say you're doing that on purpose. Like, I've been thinking about it, and now I'm like serious. If he does it again, I'm gonna say you're doing it on purpose because you know what I'm saying, and you just don't want to answer. I'm like, just say you don't want to answer. Don't go completely off the wall. I'm really gonna need like a backup of this. I'll show you. If you can see right there, it's starting to go through. So it's like, it's crooked as hell. So he's at the rest area, getting ready to pass 180. So pretty much what that means is he's literally right down the road, like a few miles down the road. So you might want to hurry, because I want this done before he gets here, so it's uploading when he gets here, and I can worry about him. So now we're going into the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Blush, and Always Cheeky. Now we're going to use this Real Techniques Angled Blush Brush. So I am not going to just... I am not just going to wash the brushes I used on this series, because that would just be a waste of soap. So I'm going to use, again, all my brushes before I do that. Alright, so now we're going to go into the L'Oreal Infallible Lip Paint in teal, which I know is not the same as turquoise. But it's all I got. He's not. He's almost here. So I gotta really hurry up. Alright. Setting spray. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for the last day of the series. Right? Bye.